Once Edmund Ironside died in late 1016, England was exhausted. 5 battles in 1 year had left fields scarred and loyalties frayed, while the crown was still contested. But Ironside was finally gone, and the man left standing was Danish, the son of Svein Forkbeard and now King Cnut of England. Cnut took the throne by persistence, by outlasting a native king in battle. He proved he could win this kingdom, and at this point the English Witan, the legitimizing council of nobles, formally accepted him as well. But could he hold the throne? That's where Cnut surprised everyone. He began with diplomacy. Yes, he executed a few dangerous nobles first, just like the best of us, but he also confirmed others in their lands. He married Emma of Normandy, the widow of Ethelred and the mother of Edward the Confessor. On the surface, this might appear as a mere gesture of peace, but in reality, it was a dynastic masterstroke. By marrying Emma, Cnut did 3 things at once. First, he linked himself to the Old English royal family, which gave his rule a sense of continuity and legitimacy. He could now claim to properly be Ethelred's successor through marriage. And remember, this was big. This was akin to those kings past and future who would claim descendants from King Arthur himself. Second, he also neutralized the claim of Ethelred's sons, Edward and Alfred, who were both living in Normandy at the time. With their mother now his queen, and with them living outside of England, it blurred the old lines of allegiance and inheritance. And finally, this marriage forged an alliance with Normandy, an increasingly powerful duchy across the Channel, and one that would in time play a central role in English history. Marrying Emma meant peace with Normandy, closer ties to its ducal court and aristocracy, and a stronger appearance of legitimacy in the eyes of both the English nobility and continental powers who might otherwise have doubted his rule. It was a marriage of convenience, yes, but also a marriage of strategy. Emma had already shaped English politics once, and now she would do it again from a different throne with a different king, and as it turned out, through her sons as well. We'll meet Emma and the Normans more properly in the next episode. In short, Cnut may have been a foreigner in England, but he learned fast. He understood that English kingship was maintained through allegiance from the church, the nobility, and the people. So Cnut gave them reasons to follow him. He made generous gifts to churches and monasteries. He issued laws in English, not Danish. He paid his army of conquerors and then sent most of them back home to Denmark. The long ships sailed back north, but Cnut stayed. For nearly 2 decades, Cnut reigned over England with surprising effectiveness for an outsider. He was a Christian king, a lawgiver, and a strong ruler with a flair for balance. And he wasn't just king of England. He ruled Denmark, Norway, and perhaps even parts of Sweden as well, creating what some call now the North Sea Empire, a vast yet fragile union held together by his charisma, his treasury, and his control of key ports and trade routes. But even in power, Cnut never entirely escaped his outsider status. One of the most famous legends about him, probably apocryphal but still revealing, is the tale of Cnut and the tide. In this story, the king vainly orders the sea to stop rising, presumably to show his flattering courtiers that even a monarch's power has limits. It's a story that's meant to show humility or possibly cynicism, maybe both, but it also captures something real about Cnut. He ruled a kingdom that never fully became his, and he likely knew this. When Cnut died in 1035, everything he built began to fall apart again. His sons fought over the succession, and the old royal line, such as Edward the Confessor, who was exiled, sidelined, and half forgotten, began to creep back in. Cnut had ruled well, but he was still an exception, not the new normal. Still, for a moment, he made it work. He showed that even in an age of bloodshed and betrayal, a foreign king could wear England's crown as a king who truly governed. And at Cnut's side stood Emma, mother to kings and a power in her own right. In a world of short reigns and sudden deaths, Emma would outlast them all. And her story's not over yet.